I want to know some non-toxic replacements, some swap out our non-toxic lip liner, our non-toxic lip glosses. Lauren, I thought it'd be fun to start off right off the bat because this really, I'm selfishly asking this for myself, but I want to know, to share with others, some non-toxic replacements, some swaps. Let's do some fun swaps for the iconic Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner. What product of yours can we replace that with?
So we have a few. I know with the Pillow Talk, there's a few different shades of just, there's like a light, the original, the deeper shade. So I would say the original is very similar to our like hydrangea lip liner. The lighter version is more like our French rose. And then we have a new one that is coming out called Current. That would be for a little bit deeper toned. That would probably do the same effect. So those three.
That's very nice. Okay, so we're going to list all of these in our show notes. All of the notes, we'll have all of this so we can all purchase those. So we can swap out our non-toxic lip liner, our non-toxic lip glosses. And I have a couple more swaps because I constantly think, and I'm not kidding, like every sip that I take, because I have like 4 things on right now. I don't just have one color.
Right. Yep.
And I'm like, go, there goes that. Like I'm drinking do all these healthy things, but here I'm drinking this toxic lip liner. And so I was counting down the days to have you on because I need these swaps and I'm so happy.
Yes.
Do you have a product that can replace, and again, asking selfishly, because I love this one, the NYX Butter Gloss Non-Sticky Lip Gloss. I use it all the time.
Okay. So I have a few things. I do have a gloss that's clear in 2 different like flavors, I guess. So I have a mint and a vanilla orange that's a clear gloss. And then we just came out with lip oils. So these are just slightly tinted, so they won't be the clear necessarily, but it's pretty translucent. So those come in chill, bear, and those are more like a light pink and a light kind of nudish brown.
I'm looking for a light pink gloss. So do you have like another lip gloss color that's light pink, or is it mainly the lip oils?
I have both. Do you want lots of pigment or more translucent?
Yes. I'm a pink girl, like rosy pink. I love it.
Yeah. So I have something called Color Fusion Lip Glaze. And it's almost like a lipstick as far as how much pigment is in it, but it goes on like a lip gloss. So I do have several shades. There's like a pink lotus that is more of a light pink. I have a strawberries and cream that's more of kind of a neutral pink. I have bright pinks. There's like a dragon fruit that's more of a popped pink. So there's a whole bunch. Darker pink. There's like a pomegranate. I'm trying to think of I have a whole bunch of pinks. Yes.
Who names all of these? I want like all of it. Just the names itself are so cute. Like
They're fun to name.
It's like, I want this. I want the dragon fruit. Okay, well, I'm putting that all on my list. And then also I feel like it's iconic, the Naked eyeshadow palette. It's like the long one, like it's got all your neutrals in there. What can we replace that with? What can we do a healthy non-toxic swap with?
We do have pressed eyeshadows. I don't have a palette at this point, but we do have some that are similar to some of these neutral tones. So I have some that are like, there's a hazelnut, there's a chocolate kisses, so a crushed cinnamon. So these are more like deeper brown, chocolate, dark tones, contours. And then I have some medium tones that would be like there's a mattes that are like cotton candy and poppy. And then I have shimmers, which I love shimmers. So I have a perfect peach. There's a luminous, whisper, pearl, and a summer wind that's like a very light, translucent shimmer sparkle. And then I have some mattes that are like Tahiti and Vanilla Cream that are more light, more like a beige or a creamy matte.
Do you have any like apricot colors?
I do. This Perfect Peach is a little bit more like that, and Poppy is more of an apricot.
Okay. Apricot. I'm like, I'm from the
Apricot,
South.
yes.
You know what? Yeah. I just love that peachy look, especially for spring. That's what I have on right now, like a peachy tone. I feel like it just brightens up.
And it's so universal. I feel like there's so many tones, skin tones that can work with that.
I think so too. For my skin, I'm turning 48 soon. I just feel like I have to brighten my skin with my makeup too. It just creates a youthful look. So I try to just keep it to that tone and with my skin tone. Well, thank you so much. I'm so excited. I could not wait to get these like the list of the swaps. So thank you so much. Now, your story is amazing. How you founded your brand, and I heard all about it. And you were feeling your exhaustion, and there was just something wrong. You went the traditional doctor routes, and they don't know. I mean, you ask a few questions, and I know thermography business. I get it. You're at that point where you're like, okay, I have to be my own health advocate. I've got to figure this out myself. And I really listened to your chronic exhaustion and what you had. And if you would tell us, what are some of the first things that you cleaned up to, on your journey to get healthy again?
Yes. Well, the very first thing was looking at what I was eating. And really the first, at least the foods I took, like the white rice, white sugar, white flour, processed foods, and just set those aside and looked more for and in the area 90s, organic, really, it wasn't a thing. I don't think there was anything even, in stores named organic back then. But so I would go with more the at least healthy, raw, whole foods. As far as products, I feel like the soap and the cleansers and the cleaning was the next level. And moving towards like some of the like Dr. Bronner's soaps, using baking soda to scrub, some of the vinegars, some of these more natural things to be able to clean with. Yeah, like that. Those are kind of the first things. And this was in the 90s when nobody knew anything, and toxic
they didn't have like branch basics back then. And yeah. Dr. Bronner's, thank you, Dr. Bronner's. They've been around. I literally just got their sugar soap. That's what I use a lot too. I use Branch Basics, Dr. Bronner's, vinegar, baking soda. That's what I use. And yeah, I just filled it up. It's great.
Yep. Those are the things, the first ones when that was all that was on the shelf.
Did you I'm just curious, and then I know it evolved into makeup and skincare. Did you start to feel better when you just changed those two things?
Definitely. I mean, we're almost the same age. Like we grew up with the Spam and the Jello and the Kool-Aid and Fruit Loops.
I'm surprised I'm alive.
Hubba Bubba, all of these like,
oh yeah,
just toxic stuff that you don't even know what's in it. We're eating this for dinner and for breakfast. And every time I got sick, I'd taken to the doctor, and, the doctor throws in another antibiotic. And I can't believe we're still alive, first of all, with all of that, So just realizing, okay, Spam's really not a food. We need to figure something else out.
It is difficult though, because it's easier to purchase that box in the superstore. I mean, the grocery store, versus you have 4 kids and having to, oh my goodness, now have to get the fresh stuff and wash it and chop it and create the whatever. And then it doesn't last as long, versus a bowl of Fruit Loops is so much easier. I don't think that's talked about. There is a huge sacrifice of time, and it's huge.
It is. Yeah. I mean, it is true. And being a single mom, having little kids and trying to run a company as well, I definitely was like, okay, I have, 30 minutes to prepare something. Let's figure it out, and I'd get the fresh made salsa or pico de gallo, throw in, my kids, I think we lived on nachos where we're putting, the beans and the rice and the cheese and guacamole and, those things, but it's fast. It's super fast and easy.
You're getting all the food groups just right in one.
Throw it on top of, yeah. And, something, if I can make it within 30 or 40 minutes, I'll make it. If not, I'm not doing the casseroles. I'm not doing all of the long, and it is, if you plan, you can do some like sprouting. If you throw them in, put it in water, let it soak that night before, then it's ready the next day, or, things like that. You do have to pre-plan for some things, but it is harder than, going and grabbing a hamburger at McDonald's or grabbing the pizza.
And I want to touch, base. It's also a little bit, it's getting a lot more popular, a lot more mainstream, especially with your skincare and makeup. It's harder to do the research and not just go into Sephora and Ulta and pick out the Charlotte Tilbury, to pick out the NYX. That's really easy. They're pretty. The advertising is just like, oh man, it grabs my attention. But if you just stop and think, what is that going to do to my body and my skin when I apply that? And
yes.
if you do this, if everyone would do this, if they would just for a quick second, they have an app, just do the 𝐸𝐷. Okay. Yes. And if you do, I do this for everything now. If you just type in the brand name and what it is, then you're going to see that level 5, 6, 7. Holy cow. When some of the brands I just named, I was like, whoa. And it says the word toxic comes on there. And then it tells you what it can do, the cancer. And then, it can create that. I promise you, it will change your mindset. And I want to give you some accolades because before I even have a guest on, I do my research, and your brand on the 𝐸𝐷. Wow. I don't know if you've been on there recently, but you have such a great number on there. It's non-toxic. They're very strict. So congratulations.
Interestingly enough, as I was creating my brand, they were starting their app. Well, not app, but their organization database. So I loved that because I could go in the early 2000s, look up an ingredient and see, okay, how is this rated? Do I really want to use this or not? So there was things that I started using and then went, oh, I don't think I'm going to use titanium dioxide. I'm going to go to zinc. Or, oh my goodness, I'm not going to use this preservative. I'm going to go and use this one instead. So I was able to go, as they were, gathering all this information, I was able to go in and research really quickly and easily from this and decide what I wanted to put in my makeup. And it was perfect. It was actually really great.
For those who are just starting out on this journey and making these swaps, could you let them know a few top ingredients to try to stay away from?
Yes, definitely. I would say one of the big ones is when it says fragrance or perfume. There can be hundreds, if not thousands, of ingredients that by law can be just put under this these two names. So you don't know exactly what that is and what they're doing. And a lot of times there are ingredients like a phthalate, which is an endocrine disruptor. It's going to cause massive problems, but you can't even tell it's in there. They'll hide it under that one word. So if you can see if products have more natural essential oils, extracts, things like that they're using for a scent, that's definitely going to be helpful. Preservatives are very difficult too. Formaldehyde is used, but it is definitely cancer causing. They will use other slow ingredients, preservatives that will just leach this formaldehyde slowly over time. And these are, they're hard to even pronounce, first of all, but like I think it's DMDN hydantoin. That one is preservative, but it is also a formaldehyde releaser.
Okay.
There's ureas, which it's like imodialylinyl and those are also preservatives, and those also will do this slow leaching of formaldehyde. So those are big ones. Phenoxyethanol, this was more of a newer one over the last decade or so, where instead of using formaldehyde, they'd use this phenoxyethanol. But those are also gonna change your hormones. Those are the ones that will cause your body to think that they're estrogen. It mimics estrogen in the body, which then causes, especially women's bodies, to go off imbalanced in their own natural hormone production. So yeah, that's a difficult one too. Nanoparticles are tricky. We don't, that will go into your skin. Anything, and I think one thing to kind of think about as you're, like you're saying, going into these stores and buying these products is anything that you put on your skin, it's actually going to, your body's largest organ, right? As you know. So it will absorb 80% of what you put on it within a few minutes. So whatever's on the outside is going to be inside. And so just like food, whatever you're putting on, it's going to go into your skin, into your cells. A lot of these are ingredients are called bioaccumulative, which means they'll go into your body but won't go back out. So you just, over the years and years, you're accumulating these toxins, and your body can't release them and clear it.
And then you get sick.
And then you get sick, and then you get autoimmune diseases, and you get cancer, and you get all of these things, and you're like, oh my gosh, what happened? That's unfortunately what happens.
And you touched base on also look for titanium dioxide.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and do you use zinc instead?
I do. I use zinc oxide. Yeah.
Zinc oxide instead. Okay. Mm-hmm. And where would they find that titanium dioxide? Which is that more in your makeup or skincare that they would be looking for? Where is that usually snuck into?
Makeup, it's definitely more in the makeup. It's in our food. It's in things, it turns it white. So any foods that are white, like cream fillings, they'll use titanium dioxide. In makeup, it's usually in foundations and eyeshadows. Anything that is more opaque, so it will create that opacity so you can't see through. So it would be something like foundations, things like that.
Things like that for them to look out for. What is your number one selling beauty product, like with your makeup and your skin, like your skincare? What?
So our foundations are definitely top selling. I have a sunscreen and a liquid and a cream foundation. And then skincare, I have an organic facial serum, so which is great. It actually can be a night moisturizer. It can be a primer under your makeup in the morning. It smells amazing. It's like happy, sunny citrus. So that's like fun to put on and to smell that just yummy citrus smell too. So that one is a big one. I also have it's called an immortal elixir. So that has like plant-based stem cells and peptides, and it's really good for like anti-aging, skincare. So
what are you wearing today, like for your foundation, and what did you put on for your makeup, like the whole thing?
Sure. So
it looks great.
I use, and this is a new product that I'm going to bring out soon. It's a bakuchi oil serum. And bakuchi is like a natural swap for retinol, basically. So I'm going to be in the next probably few weeks have this serum available. So I put that on in the morning with the Mortal Elixir, and then I have a liquid foundation on. It also has some of these plant stem cells and peptides in it. So as we get older, I'm like, okay, I need something that will just help with my skincare as I'm wearing it all day. Plus, it also has the zinc oxide. So I'm getting the natural SPF. And then I have a botanical color stick, Italian rose, that I use for cheek and lip. I have the vintage wine lip liner on and the chill lip oil. And then I have liquid eyeliner and brow color. And I didn't put eyeshadow on today, actually.
Because you have blue eyes, right?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So what color, what is that, a brown eyeliner? I mean, your eyes are they're really popping. They look great.
It's a black liquid
it's black?
liner.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That looks nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then a setting powder finishing. It's like a banana corrective, like finishing powder. So.
I wanted to give the listeners some, because I'm more peachy pinks, and I know some people that are listening like, wait a minute, I want more of a different look and more of the neutrals and less so. And then, so that's why I wanted to cover, both different types. So yours looks great. Yeah. So I love that. Perfect. Okay. Well, I was going to ask you what's next for Lauren Brooke, but you just went over what's next.
I just did. Yeah. Yep, that one's fun. I'm excited with that one. But 𝐘𝐞𝐨 is amazing. Amazing. I've been using it for about a year, and I'm like, okay, I got to make something. The funny thing is, when it's organic and it's really not filtered, it's just the natural oil. It smells like peanut butter. So trying to get an oil that you're putting on your face every morning that smells like peanut butter just does not feel good. So it's taken me a little bit to try to bring in some of these organic essential oils and extracts to blend it in so you don't feel like you're putting a peanut butter sandwich on your face when you're putting this on. So I did it. We figured it out. So we're going to be introducing this in the next few weeks.
Yeah, I don't think I would want that in the morning. So
it's kind of gross. It's really kind of gross.
Funny. So, well, that's figured out. And I did want to let the listeners know that you are a licensed esthetician.
Yes.
And that you have worked in, I would love to know your history, how you used your aesthetics license, just really quick.
For sure. So yes, this was kind of when I was starting my line, but still a single mom. And like, okay, I got to make money. So I did work in several different spas. One in Park City, which was a resort city, ski resorts. And this was, I loved it. It was a resort spa there, and really loved being able to work with the products and the people there. So that was actually probably one of my most fun, I guess, jobs. You could just go and relax in this high-end spa. And it was perfect.
Yeah, it's gorgeous there. I went, not to that particular spa, but went to that area a couple years ago, and it's just so peaceful.
It is. So yeah, we were talking about what do you do when you're like needing a break. I would go up to Park City on the weekends and be able to work, but still be in that beautiful, beautiful atmosphere. So,
oh yeah, gosh, it's making me want to go back. Well, thank you so much. And where can everyone find your products to purchase?
Sure. So I have a website, and it is on Amazon. The website, the fastest, is just Lauren Brooke Co. LaurenBrookECO.com. So that's the website. Yeah.
And I didn't know you were on Amazon. Let me ask you this. Would you prefer, because I don't know the behind the scenes with Amazon, would you prefer does it help you if they go directly to your website versus Amazon?
You know what? I think either is great. There's more options on the website. We don't have the full line on Amazon. We also do have samples of almost everything on the website. It's so difficult when you're just looking at a screen to try to figure out, oh yeah, that color, that would work perfectly on me. So we do small samples so that you can buy it, try it on, see, and then pick the one that works best for your skin. So.
I love that you have samples. And as you were saying that, I'm already thinking about my Mother's Day gift guide.
Yes.
And I thought, ooh, I would like to get some Mother's Day samples, to see, hey, Mom, try these and see which ones.
Exactly. Yeah. So it works well.
Where can people follow you on social? Do you have your personal social or is it the company social?
I have a little of both. We have Instagram, Facebook, and then I have a personal Facebook. I actually have a personal Instagram. I am not one that loves like the spotlight. So I don't
You're not doing your morning ritual reel going out.
I really don't. I'm yet to make one, You're
running a company, Lauren.
Oh, gosh. So yes, I do. Instagram is Lauren Brooke _co.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. And then Lauren Brooke Life is my personal one for Insta. So
wonderful. And for everybody listening, I just want you to know we did a couple of questions behind the scenes that can be listened to in the 𝐓𝐻𝐻 Beauty app. And it's just me and Lauren talking about some wellness things and some of her favorite makeup tips. And that is going to be inside the app only at 𝐓𝐻𝐻 Beauty. You can download it on iOS, Apple, or Google Play. Thank you so much, Lauren, for coming on. It has been a pleasure. And I hope to talk to you again soon.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.